So as you know, we are currently seeing our second unit. The unit name is solving problems by searching. So here actually we are seeing problem solving agents. So these agents are basically a goal based agents where they try to find a sequence of action so as to achieve their goals. And we have seen what is well defined problem. Okay, so how to avoid the ambiguity in the problem statement. For that we write well defined problem in terms of 6 components, right? States, initial state, then transition model, then goal test, right? And that we have seen through number of example problems. So there we have seen I think 4 to 5 problems. We have seen traveling salesman problem, then 8 queen problem, 8 puzzle problem, 3 missionaries and 3 cannibal problems. So today we are going to talk about this searching for solutions topic. Okay, so here basically we are going to see how the search will progress. Okay, so consider the same example of traveling salesman problem. So here our agent wants to go from this Arad city to Bucharest city. Okay, okay, so what will be our initial state? So our agent will be in Arad, that is my initial state. Okay, so our Arad will be our root node. Okay, now here at first step we'll expand this Arad. Okay, and these 3 childs are generated. Okay, so from Arad 3 actions are possible. Either we can go to this Timisoara city or Sibiu city or this Zerend city. These 3 actions are possible. So when we expand Arad, okay, these 3 childs are generated. Okay, so remember this terminology, expansion. Okay, so you are expanding that parent node and child nodes are generated. So expansion and generation. Okay, now at this moment we have these 3 nodes ready for getting expanded. Okay, so we have Sibiu, Timisoara and Zerend. We can choose any one. Okay, so for that we maintain one data structure. Okay, that data structure is known as a frontier or open list. Okay, remember this terminology. So we will maintain one data structure where we will keep a node which are ready for getting expanded. Okay, so initially our Arad will be there. Okay, at the start of this searching, the initial state will be there in a frontier, and we will remove it and add its child. Okay, so Sibiu, then Timisoara and Zerend will be there. Now we will choose one of the child. We will remove that from the data structure called as frontier, and we will add its child. Okay, so now the child of Sibiu are, again from Sibiu we can go to Arad, then Ordia, then Fagares and this Rimini something. So let us call that city as RV. Okay, so we will add these 4 childs of Sibiu to our frontier. Okay, so Arad, then Fagares, then Ordia and something with RV. Okay, so now at this moment these 6 nodes are ready for getting expanded. Okay, and if you observe, they are at the leaf node. Okay, so let's recall all the terminologies. The tree which is generated is known as a search tree. Okay, first terminology is a search tree. The collection of all the nodes, these nodes are also known as state, right? State. So the collection of all the node is known as state space. Okay, the root node will be our initial state. The branches will be the action available for that particular state. Okay, so from Arad we have 3 actions possible, right? Okay, so that will be the branches. Frontier is the list where we keep all the nodes which are ready for getting expanded. Okay, so see here, in order to find a solution we expand the current state. Okay, expansion. Okay, that is by applying each legal action to the current state, thereby generating a new set of states. Okay, so we expand the parent and we generate its child node. Okay, and once the child nodes are generated, we add in the frontier list. Okay, a set of all leaf nodes available for expansion at any given point is called frontier or open list. Okay, so this is a data structure where we will keep all the ready nodes. Okay, one thing you can notice here, so we are going from ARUD to CBU city, and again from CBU to ARUD, right? So actually our agent, if he follows this branch, he is going in a loop, right? He will be going from ARUD to CBU and back to ARUD, to and fro between ARUD and CBU. Okay, so we have to address these issues. Yes, so there are two problems that our agent needs to address. First one is a loopy path. Just now we have discussed, he is going from ARUD to CBU and back to ARUD, that is known as loopy path, and there can be a redundant path. For example, in the same example, either in order to reach to the CBU, our agent can directly go from ARUD to CBU and the path cost will be 140, right? Now he can go to CBU by following this path also. Okay, he can go to Zerind, then Oradia, and then CBU. Now for that path the cost will be 75 plus 71 plus 151. So this is near about 300, right? Okay, so this is known as redundant path. Okay, so how to avoid that our agent needs to address. Okay, so now easiest way to avoid such problem is, we can maintain, so we are maintaining a frontier, right? Along with the frontier we can maintain another data structure, okay, which we call it as explore set, where we can keep all the nodes which we have already visited. Okay, so when we are going to CBU from ARUD, so CBU will be there in an explore set, right? So if you go from this path, okay, so we need not to add CBU to our search tree because it is already there in explore set, right? Okay, and in a loopy path also, ARUD is already visited, right? So it will be there in an explore set. Okay, so we will not go back to the ARUD. Okay, so this is how we can avoid this two problems. Okay, so we are going to maintain two data structure, frontier, which is also known as open list, and explore set, which is also known as close list. Okay, the way to avoid exploring redundant paths is to remember where one has been. To do this, we augment the tree search. Okay, so the first algorithm is known as a tree search algorithm with the data structure called as explore set, also known as a close list, which remembers every expanded node. Okay, so once you expand any node, we will add that. Okay, we will remove from the frontier and we will add that to the explore set. Okay, so this is how we are going to solve that problem. So when we don't maintain explore set, that search algorithm is known as tree search algorithm, and when we maintain the explore set, that algorithm is known as graph search algorithm. Okay, so we are going to see that. So in tree search algorithm, okay, so this is general tree search algorithm. Okay, this is a pseudocode for that. Here as you can see, we are maintaining only the frontier, and the second one is general graph search algorithm. Along with the frontier, here we will maintain the explore set also. Okay, so we will see this algorithm one by one. I think up to this point everything is clear to you, all the terminologies that we are using. Okay, expansion, then generation, what do you mean by frontier or open list, and explore set and close list. Okay, now let us see tree search algorithm. So we are writing a function tree search. The problem will be its parameter. Okay, and if the goal state is there in a search tree, we will return a solution or otherwise failure. Okay, now initially in frontier there will be our initial state, right? Okay, we will initialize the frontier with the initial state of the problem, right? Now loop do. Okay, consider this search tree. Okay, we will consider one simple search tree. First we will see the normal case, and next time we will consider the failure case. Okay, now so we will consider that B is our goal state. Okay, so now A is our initial state, so our frontier will contain A. Okay, so this is our initialization. Loop do, if the frontier is empty, then return failure. Okay, so we have expanded all the nodes and our frontier is became empty. In that case, we could not find a goal, that's why we are returning a failure. Okay, but this is not the case, our frontier is not empty now. Choose a leaf node and remove it from the frontier. Okay, so all the nodes are leaf node in the frontier, right? We will choose one of the leaf node and remove it from the frontier. So our frontier is now empty. Okay, A is removed. If the node contains a goal state, if A is a goal state, no, false, right? Otherwise we would have written the corresponding solution. Okay, so A is not goal state, so we'll go to the next step. Expand the chosen node. So we'll expand the A. Now B and C are generated, adding the result nodes to the frontier. So B and C are added to the frontier. Okay, again we are in a loop, right? Okay, if frontier is empty, then return failure. Frontier is not empty. Okay, then choose a leaf node and remove it from the frontier. So B, okay, we can choose any one. Okay, so we are choosing a B. B is removed. Okay, C is there. If node contains goal state, okay, B is our goal state, that's it. Return solution. Okay, return a corresponding solution. Solution means what? A sequence of action. Okay, so from A you have to go to left. Okay, if left is our action. Okay, so that corresponding solution is written. Okay, now consider a failure scenario. Okay, so we have A. Okay, so initially in frontier A will be there. Okay, now initialize frontier, done. Loop do, if the frontier is empty, not empty, choose a leaf node and remove it from the frontier. So A is removed. Okay, frontier is empty now. If the node contains goal state, no, A is not goal state, and return a corresponding, no. Expand the chosen node, so B and C are generated and they are added to the frontier. So B and C are added. Loop do, if frontier is empty, not empty, then choose a leaf node. B is chosen and it is removed from the frontier. If node contains a goal state, okay, so this is a failure case, so B is not a goal state. Okay, expand the chosen node. B is a leaf node, so it is not getting expanded. Okay, loop do, if frontier is empty, so in frontier C is there, choose a leaf node. C is chosen and removed. Okay, if node contains a goal state, C is not a goal state, expand the chosen node, so C is not getting expanded. Now if frontier is empty, return a failure. Okay, so this is how your algorithm will either return a failure or it will return a solution. Okay, that's what we have mentioned here. Okay, so this is regarding tree search algorithm. So here we may fall in a loop or we may follow a redundant path. Okay, as we are not maintaining explore state. Now in graph search algorithm we overcome that problem. Now so consider the same example. So A and B. Okay, B is our goal state. Here initially in frontier, this is frontier, A would be there. Okay, initialize frontier using an initial state of the problem. Initialize the explore state to be empty. Okay, so initially you have not visited any node, so our explored state would be empty. Loop do, if frontier is empty, then return failure. Okay, so frontier is not empty, choose a leaf node. A is removed. Okay, if a node contains a goal state, A is not a goal state. Okay, but once you have expanded that, if you have considered that node, you have to add the node to the explore set. So A is added to the explore set. Okay, they expand the chosen node and adding the result node to the frontier only if it is not in the frontier or explore set. Okay, so we have to check that also. So for A we have B and C. Okay, so they are generated and added to the frontier. Now so B will be chosen. Okay, and it is removed from the frontier if B contains a goal state. Okay, yes, and you return that corresponding solution. Okay, so this three stage are additional. Okay, okay, so we are maintaining explore set here. We'll initialize it with the it will be empty initially. Once you visit the node, we will add that node to explore set, and while adding the nodes, newly generated node in the frontier, we will check whether it is not there in frontier or explore set in order to avoid that loopy paths. Okay, so this is example, the same traveling salesman example. So this is our Arad city. So when you visit Arad, so these three nodes are generated. Okay, now its childs are expanded here. Okay, so this is expanded. Okay, this is also expanded, and this node is also expanded. Now the main thing to observe is in third figure. So observe here, there is no progress here. Okay, because the child of this one is this, right, this node, and it is already explored, right? So this is this became the dead end of that branch, right? That have become a dead end, and this is getting expanded here. Okay, we can see the progress in other branches. Okay, so sequence of search tree generated by graph search on the Romania problem. Notice that at the end of a third stage, the northernmost city, Ordia, has become a dead end. Okay, both of its successors are already explored. So this is regarding tree search algorithm and graph search algorithm. Okay, so now we will see what information we have to keep for every node. Okay, so data structure that we are going to use for a search algorithm. Okay, so what information we are going to store for one particular node. Okay, so now this is our parent node. Okay, let's denote by P. Okay, and if we perform action right on that, this node is getting generated N. Okay, so and this is the example of 8 puzzle problem. Okay, so here the right action is performed. So what will be the condition of a parent? So we will have 7, 3, 2 and 5, and here we will have 4. Okay, so now here we are performing right action. Okay, so now the space, right, we mentioned the in 8 puzzle problem, we mention action in terms of a movement of blank space, right? So this blank space is moving rightwards. Okay, 4 will come here. So this is the child that is generated. Okay, so this was the state of parent. On that, right action is performed. Okay, this new node is generated. This is the state, and path cost is 6. Okay, consider the path cost of parent is 5. Okay, now the step cost is 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, this is how we are going to update the path cost. Okay, so for any node we have to maintain 4 information: who is the father, who is the parent of that node, what action was performed in order to reach to that, what is the path cost, and what is the state of that node. Okay, so we have to maintain this 4 information. Okay, did you get this example? So for each node n of the tree, data structure contains 4 components. What is the state of that node? Okay, n dot state. N is our node. The state in the state space to which the node corresponds. N dot parent, who is the parent of that node, the node in the search tree that generated this node. N dot action, the action that was applied to the parent to generate the node. N dot path cost, the cost traditionally denoted by g of n of the path from the initial state to node as indicated by the parent pointer. Okay, so this is how, and as you can see, we are maintaining a pointer also, and this pointer is very important. Why? Because once you reach to the solution, we have to backtrack to the root, right? We have to backtrack to the root in order to find that sequence of action, right? So we are maintaining that information, right, about the parent. Okay, so this is how we are updating the information of any node. The function child node takes a parent node and the action and returns the resulting child node. Okay, so here we are updating this 4 information of a child. See here. So the parameters are problem, the parent and the action. Okay, returns a node. Okay, updated node. It returns a node with, okay, state. What will be its state? Okay, so based on the parent state and the action, what is the result? That would be the state of the child. Okay, on this parent state, if we perform this action, okay, we will get a new state, right? That will be governed by our transition model, right? So that will be the state of a child. Parent will be the parent which is received in the parameter. Action is also received in the parameter. And path cost, so it will be the path cost of parent plus the step cost of the problem, right? Path cost of the parent plus step cost, right? So that will be the path cost. This is how we update this for information, and we update the newly generated node. Now, so in the next lecture we are going to see various search algorithm. Okay, so you know about BFS algorithm, DFS algorithm, right? So how to evaluate these algorithms? Okay, how to choose which one is better? Okay, so we measure the performance of this problem solving search algorithms based on 4 parameters. First one is the completeness, optimality, time complexity and space complexity. Completeness means what? If there is a solution, is our algorithm guaranteed to find a solution? Okay, so if solution exists for a problem, okay, whether our algorithm is giving guaranteed that it will definitely find a solution. Okay, so if it's so, then we can say that that algorithm is complete. Otherwise, if he misses a goal state, that then we can say that it is not complete. Okay, so completeness means what? Is the algorithm guaranteed to find a solution when there is one? Optimality. Okay, so there can be, we know that in a search tree we can have multiple goal state, right? Okay, so for this example, this node can be a goal state, this can also be a goal state. Okay, so now which one is optimal? This one, right? It is more closer to the root node, definitely path cost would be less. Okay, so whether it is giving me this solution or this solution. Okay, so if does the strategy find the optimal solution? Time complexity, how long does it take to find a solution? Okay, so if you you know from the DA subject, right, how to measure a time complexity, right? So that is time complexity and space complexity, how much memory is required, right? Okay, so as we are studying search algorithm on a tree data structure, we are going to measure this time complexity and space complexity based on these 3 quantities. First one is the branching factor. Okay, so this is the maximum number of successor any node can have. Okay, so in this example the branching factor for this node is 5, the branching factor of this node is 2. Okay, so the branching factor is maximum number of successor any node can have. Depth is the depth of the shallowest goal. Okay, so for this example, the shallowest means what? The closest one, right? The shallowest goal was this one, the depth of this is 1, right? The depth of this solution is 2, 1 plus 1, right? 2. Okay, so depth means what? It is the depth of shallowest goal. Maximum length of any path. Okay, so maximum length, so consider this tree. Okay, now we can have a goal here or goal here. Okay, now the depth of this tree would be 1. Okay, and maximum length, okay, m would be 1 2 3. Okay, so it is the maximum length, the maximum action needed to the deepest node. Okay, number of actions to reach to the deepest node. Okay, so here the m would be 3. Okay, now time is often measured in terms of number of nodes generated during the search. Okay, how many nodes are generated, we'll measure the time in that. Okay, so we are going to use the order of notation. So you might have studied this order of notation, big O notation. And space, in terms of the maximum number of nodes stored in a memory. Okay, so we are going to count the number of nodes which will be in the frontier and the explore set, right? These two data structure we are maintaining, right? Okay, so how many nodes are there in frontier and explore set? Okay, based on that we are going to measure the space complexity. Okay, that's it for today. So we have studied lots of terminologies today. First we have seen what do you mean by expansion. Okay, so we expand the parent and the corresponding childs are generated, right? So expansion and generation, right? Then we maintain the nodes which are ready for expansion in the frontier or open list, and once you visit any node, that we are maintaining in a data structure called explore set or closed list. We have seen a tree search algorithm where we don't maintain a explore set. In graph search we maintain explore set, right? And we talked about the information that we have to maintain for every node. So we maintain 4 information: what is the state, what is its parent, then action and path cost, and the parameters based on which we are going to measure the performance of any search algorithm.